animals. It's heartbreaking, it really is.
That's Glenn Caudle, a firefighter in the hard-hit city of Hazard. President Biden's poised to sign the CHIPS Act into law intended to boost technology production in the U.S. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says,
"This is exactly what we need to do to grow our economy right now."
One aspect is expected to increase the domestic production of semiconductors. Earlier this month, Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito spoke in Rome at a conference on religious liberty hosted by the University of Notre Dame Law School. And for the first time, he discussed publicly his landmark opinion overturning Roe v. Wade, appearing to make light of criticism it received from foreign leaders.
But what really wounded me was when the Duke of Sussex addressed the United Nations and seemed to compare the decision, whose name may not be spoken, with the Russian attack on Ukraine.
There have been fears that war in Ukraine could lead to worldwide food shortages because of a blockade of Ukrainian ports hampering grain shipments. But Ukraine now says 17 ships are loaded with grain ready to leave Odessa. U.S. Ambassador Bridget Brink was in that port Friday.
It's millions of tons that have been held up. So this is Russia using food as a weapon. It's not acceptable, and there's an agreement on the table. It just needs to be implemented.
Russia's foreign minister says he'll listen to Secretary of State Blinken in discussions about a possible prisoner swap, and tonight's Mega Millions drawing will be worth an estimated $1.1 billion. You're listening to ABC News.
Ew, Dad, why are toenails so ugly and yellow?
Hey, it's James, and if you're like me and suffer from toenail fungus, please pay close attention. Let's face it, toe fungus is embarrassing. I was afraid to take my socks off and hid my yellow and crumbly toes from everybody. But nail fungus isn't just a cosmetic problem. It can also be dangerous. Even a small spot can spread and get worse. But no matter what I tried, it seemed like my fungus would never go away. Then I discovered Crystal Flush, the new FDA-registered at-home treatment. This unique two-step system flushes out fungus at its source and reverses damaged nails. Finally, me and thousands of others are free from fungus. And you can be too. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219. Eliminate your toe fungus once and for all, guaranteed. Call now, 800-764-9219, or visit crystalflush.com.
Back on the job, the principal at the Texas elementary school where a gunman murdered 21 people. ABC's Jim Ryan has that story.
Investigators believe that the gunman who killed 19 students and 2 teachers walked through a door that was supposed to be locked. But State Representative Dustin Burrows, who led a legislative investigation, says
the committee believes, based on all the testimony and information we've received, that door was either not locked or secured at the time.
But Principal Mandy Gutierrez insists that the lock on that door was functioning when it was checked the night before the mass shooting. Her argument was apparently convincing enough that her paid suspension was lifted last night. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
State senators in West Virginia set to meet today to consider a new bill that would restrict abortions in the state. It would be the first state to pass a new law since the Supreme Court's opinion overturning Roe v. Wade. Other states already had trigger laws on the books, and West Virginia's governor has already signaled he would sign this one. Inflation and supply chain troubles taking a bite out of Apple's profits. Company says they fell in the most recent quarter by 10% compared to last year, despite revenues going up by 2%. The iPhone is still Apple's big earner. Its sales were up 3%. And some new warnings about Halloween. Hershey says it likely won't be able to make as much candy as it typically does. Some of the key ingredients for things like Kisses, Twizzlers, and Reese's in short supply. This is ABC News.
I was 53, divorced, and ready to get back out there. I was unsure about dating sites, but I signed up for Silver Singles and quickly met Lily.
Mark and Lily rediscovered the romance they deserve on Silver Singles, the secure dating site for 50-plus singles who know what they want.
Lily's a lover of the great outdoors like me, and we instantly connected over it.
If you're like Mark and want to rediscover that feeling, sign up today at silversingles.com/love. That's silversingles.com/love.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
It's the time of year to come to NC Tractor for the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. NC Tractor gives fantastic customer service, the best discounts possible, and it's a locally owned business. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue is helping to make outdoor work more enjoyable. Should you have something that you can be proud of for a long time? Massey Ferguson and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. Come look them over. 299 Railroad Avenue, Rutherford. That phone number is 288-0395.
Happy Friday. It's going to be another hot and humid one for us today, with temperatures climbing into the low to mid 90s with mostly sunny skies. Into this afternoon, we could also see just a few showers and storms, and into this evening and tonight. Mostly cloudy for tonight. Will fall into the low 70s. A bit better rain chances as we head into our Saturday, with scattered showers and storms becoming likely into the afternoon. Otherwise, we'll see partly cloudy skies and temperatures in the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Thank you very much, Anthony. We're reading 71 degrees here at our studios on our thermometer. 71 degrees, partly cloudy throughout today, and those ever-loving pop-up afternoon showers are going to develop sometime afternoon, maybe 2-ish or 3-ish o'clock. And we had a rain come through last night after, 10 o'clock was it? Maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, at least our way. So we'll probably get more of that this afternoon. Tomorrow there's only a 20% chance of precipitation, and on Friday night, about a 70% chance of it happening again. Then on Saturday, we have a 70% chance of scattered showers and chance of thunderstorms, and 70% again on Saturday night. And Sunday looks pretty much the same, about 40% chance of that. The humidity is going to be up there. We're going to remain high, 92 to 95 throughout the area. Drops down to 87 on Sunday, with the heat index around 93. That heat index is what we're cautious about because of the humidity. It's misleading. You read the thermometer, it looks like, well, that's not too bad. Then we go outside and whammo. Again, we will delay the reading of the death announcements this morning until after Bill O'Reilly morning update due to the number of them. We will get to those as quickly as we can. Do want to remind you, tomorrow is the big day that we're going to be out and about on the road again, down to downtown Forest City, Foothills Family Hardware. We'll be there from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It's their first year celebration, and boy, is it going to be a big one. You can enjoy some free pizza, compliments of Domino's, cold drinks will be available, all-day giveaways, a prize wheel, and super savings all day long. Something for everyone. That's tomorrow, 1 until 4. We'll see you there at the remote in downtown Forest. It's a big, big deal for them. And we hope you'll help us come celebrate. Detective Billy Brown up in the McDowell County Sheriff's Office has charged 40-year-old Jacob Douglas Carpenter of Shelby with attempted first-degree murder. He was given a $400,000 secured bond by a magistrate. On July 10th, the deputies and detectives responded to an assault call at Cedar Brook Residential in Nebo. A female resident was transported to Mission Hospital in Nashville with severe head injuries. An investigation by detectives uncovered video evidence of that assault. Sheriff Ricky Buchanan said this was a senseless and horrific assault. I'm proud of Detective Brown and our team for their hard work in this matter in getting that information solved. Always something going on around. We thank all of our law enforcement people in all categories, in all areas within our listening range. We thank you very much for what you do, putting your life on the line for all of us. We don't give our police officers, rescue folks, fire department folks enough thanks, enough appreciation. We need to do that every time we see one. We should be able to thank them, even buy a meal for them or something along the way, because they're out there on the front lines all the time and getting bad comments from a lot of angry people across the country. But they are to be respected and upheld and thanked for all they do. And we right here on WCAB thank all of our law enforcement and first liners and rescue folks and firefighters and emergency crews. Thank you so much for your efforts. Braves were off yesterday. It was an off day for them, but they are moving back into play tonight and for a 3-game series with the Diamondbacks, Arizona Diamondbacks. That'll be 6:05 for the pregame. They'll be start talking about the game, and following News 13 at 6, we will join that game, and we'll not miss a bit of it. So we hope you'll stay tuned. Somebody asked me yesterday if we had any Braves scheduled. We do. We still got some of those, so stop by, get what you need. We got a load of them up here on our desk in the lobby of the studio, so come on by. Now here is Bill O'Reilly, Morning Update here on WCAB 100.9 FM, 590 AM.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, AMAC is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization. AMAC gives you access to exclusive benefits, insightful news, and a magazine full of uncensored content. They are pushing back against efforts to defund the police, weaken the borders, and corrupt our youth. But they need your help. Please stand with AMAC at amac.us. That's amac.us. On this Friday, if you are listening to me right now, you must like this radio station and trust it to some degree. And that's good, because in general, Americans no longer trust the media. According to Gallup and Pew, two research centers, just 16% of the U.S. public now trusts newspapers. 16%. 11% trust TV news, and that's probably for sports and weather. Only 14% believe the media tells the truth. And 50% say fake news stories are a major problem for America. That's higher than violent crime, climate change, racism, and illegal immigration. Now, the media has worked very hard to gain distrust. The hate Trump movement, even if you yourself hate Trump, was so fraudulent and so strident, Americans recoiled. Remember the Russian collusion hoax. Then the media embraces progressives. They love the far left, and most Americans do not. Finally, many media people, and I hope I'm not one of these, condescend to regular Americans. They don't like us. They think we're barbarians. And so the media is done. Now this. I'm excited to tell you about our new entertainment partner, Vidgo. V as in Victor, I-D-G-O. Vidgo gives you the freedom to be entertained at a price you can afford. Vidgo has all my favorite live sports networks and a great choice of news programming. All of that starting at just $59 a month. You do deserve the freedom to be entertained at a price you and your family can afford. So please go to vidgo.com/bill. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
Over a half-century of family-friendly broadcasting. This is WCAB AM 590 and the new 100.9 FM.
Today I have these death announcements. Stephen Howard Taub, 78 of Forest City, passed away July 23rd at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A visitation will be held Monday, August 1st from 5 p.m. until 7 p.m. at Crow's Funeral Home. A funeral service will be held on Tuesday, August 2nd at 12 p.m. at Black Mountain Veterans Center, Black Mountain. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Stephen Howard Taub. Carolyn Joy Baker Barbie of Spindale passed away at the age of 78 years old on July 1st. A celebration of Joy's life will be held today at 10 o'clock at the Forest City Ward of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints on Mount Pleasant Church Road, Forest City. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is assisting the family of Carolyn Joy Baker Barbie. Alan Cato, 82 of Hillsborough, North Carolina, died July 25th. Those arrangements are incomplete and will be announced by the Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory. Again, that is Alan Cato. Clara Glenette Lavender, age 74 of Ellenboro, died Monday, July 25th at Fairhaven of Bostic. The funeral service will be held at 3 o'clock today at Corinth Baptist Church. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory is serving the family of Clara Glenette Lavender. Plates Oscar Johnston, age 73 of Henrietta, passed away Monday, July 25th at Adrium Health, Cleveland Pines in Shelby. The funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock, July 29th. That'll be today on the Faith, Praise, and Worship Ministries in Forest City. Burial will follow at Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for replace Oscar Johnston. Ann M. Moore, age 76, of Lincolnton, passed away Saturday, July 23rd at her residence. The funeral service will be conducted at 10 o'clock Saturday, July 30th at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel. Burial will follow in Rutherford County Memorial Cemetery. Family will receive friends 1 hour prior to service time at the funeral home. That's Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services, entrusted with the arrangements for Ann M. Moore. Pauline Dill Gammon, age 93, of Forest City, died Tuesday, July 26th at Fairhaven Home in Bostic. A service to celebrate her life will be held 11 o'clock on Saturday, the Pageant at King Chapel. The family will receive friends following the service in the chapel. Burial will be private for the family at the Cool Springs Cemetery. The Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Pauline Dill Gammon. Paula Marie Cargill, 78, of Henrietta, died July 18th in Greenville, South Carolina. A service of remembrance will be held Saturday, July 30th at 2 o'clock in the Fellowship Hall of First Baptist Church, Greenville, South Carolina. And the Pageant and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of the arrangements for Paula Marie Cargill. Wanda K. Petty, age 70, of Bostic, died Monday at Fairhaven Home, Bostic. A celebration of life will be held 11 o'clock Saturday, August the 13th at Plainview Baptist Church in Washburn, Dorsey. Funeral home will be in charge of the arrangements for Wanda K. Petty. And those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For the complete information on these and others, as they become available to us, be sure to tune in this morning at 11:35, and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon Call Around the County report for complete information on these and others. It's 17 now past 7 o'clock, and we'll get to our phones in just a moment.
In 1876, Wyatt Earp became a policeman in Dodge City, Kansas. A fellow policeman was Jim Masterson, Bat's brother. On July 26, 1878, Wyatt and Jim were patrolling the streets. At about 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 cowboys, after picking up their pistols on the way out of town, passed by the local dance hall. Thinking it would be a great joke, they fired several shots into the dance hall. Wyatt and Jim rushed to where the action was taking place. The cowboys immediately turned their guns on Wyatt and Jim. Had they not been plastered, the cowboys would have realized that up until then, what they had done would have just gotten them run out of town. However, with lead coming their way, both lawmen started shooting back. The cowboys made it to their horses, and as they rode away, both Wyatt and Jim emptied their pistols in their direction. Thinking they had missed, the policeman started walking away when George Hoy, one of the cowboys, fell from his saddle. Hoy had been shot in the arm. Hoy was taken to a doctor and then jail. Unfortunately for him, infection set into the wound and he died 4 weeks later. Many historians credit Wyatt for the kill, even though with lead flying, it couldn't be positively determined if Wyatt or Jim's bullet did the damage. And with Hoy dying from what could have been considered a minor wound, quite possibly it was the doctor that did the killing. But then as far as George Hoy was concerned, no matter who did the killing, the results were the same. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
When your taste buds are screaming for delicious, head over to Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy fresh cooked burgers, garden salads, hot dogs any way you like, French fries. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4, closed Wednesday and Sunday. That's Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Call ahead, 828-447-4644. And Monday's only hot dogs with mustard, chili, and onions, only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
Now news on the home front as we get in contact with the Sheriff's Department. And Sergeant Brandel is on the phone to give us that update. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. It's going to be another beautiful hot day, I believe.
Well, I like the beautiful part, but not the hot part.
I hear you. What's on the report?
Past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has answered 122 calls, processed 13 arrests, and currently have 189 incarcerated. Under our arrest reports, we have a Burton Little, 46-year-old white male of Ellenboro, served with 1 count of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 unsecured bond. We have a Mark James Murray Jr., 29-year-old white male of Far City, charged with 1 count of simple possession of Schedule 3, 2 counts of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $1,000 secured bond. We have a Darius Lee Carson, 37-year-old black male of Rutherford, charged with 1 count of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $500 secured bond. We have a Harold Wade Bowen, 50-year-old white male of Shelby, served with a child support warrant, $650 cash bond. We have a Whitney Taylor McSwain, 32-year-old white female of Rutherford, charged with 1 count of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 unsecured bond. Brittany Nicole Taylor, from 30-year-old white female from Rutherford, charged with 4 counts of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $1,500 secured bond. We have a Charles Allen Bowen, 31-year-old black male of Bolton, North Carolina, charged with 1 count of, looks like maybe a possession of a cell phone by an inmate, given a no bond on that. Looks like he was possibly incarcerated at the Spindale prison. Have a Timothy Matthew Heiss, 34-year-old white male of Far City, charged with 5 counts of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 secure bond. We have a Kyle Ray Beth, 35-year-old white male of Ellenboro, charged with 1 count of injury to personal property, 1 count of second-degree trespassing, given a written promise to appear on that. And under our incident reports, just have one for you this morning. It's going to be a breaking and entering larceny reported from Crowwoods Road in Boston. Looks like the suspect took miscellaneous items to include tools, glassware, and in that incident. That's all we have for you this morning, sir.
Sergeant Brunner, we appreciate you. Thank you for the report, and you be safe this weekend.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you.
See you.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
Jim, have you seen Henson Building Materials' newly remodeled showroom? It's gorgeous.
You mean where they have a full line of hardware and building materials for homeowners and home builders?
I mean where Jamie, Terry, and Tony, their friendly staff, treat me like family. Oh, they're so nice.
Hey, are they taking COVID precautions and have curbside service?
Of course. They're so thoughtful.
I do need some materials, but I don't think they'll fit in our car.
Oh, silly. They have professional delivery so we can get whatever I want.
Henson Building Materials, 177 Duke Street in Forest City.
Building starts here.
Now here's Marie with the information from the 911 Communication Center this morning. Marie, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report?
Okay, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communication Center has processed 379 calls, 379 911 administrative calls, which consisted of 41 for EMS. For law enforcement, the Sheriff's Department had 122. Forest City had 59, Lake Lure had 7, Rutherford had 29, Spindle had 23, and that's all I have for the morning.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
The SDO Fire District is our next stop, and that's where Ruby Taylor is with the information. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
What's on that report?
Well, I don't reckon they had anything. I didn't hear. And on my birthday calendar today, I've got Susie Henson having birthdays today. Hope she has a nice day. And Miss Barry Roop is having anniversary. Tomorrow, Brian Baynard and Reverend Ron Wilkins having birthdays tomorrow. And Sunday, Jeff Hall is having birthday, and hope he has a nice day. And the signs are in the heart today, going to the bowels tomorrow and Sunday. And that's all I've got, Jim.
Thanks, Ruby. Enjoy your weekend.
You too, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Carolina West Wireless, we believe in giving great deals to everyone. New customers and current customers already using our fast, reliable nationwide network. Right now, everyone can save $400 on the new Samsung Galaxy S22 or S22 Plus with Plus or Premium unlimited plans. Add our $500 trade-in offer and $150 switching credit to save up to $1,050. Great deals for everyone. Get yours from Carolina West Wireless today. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
The Braves are back in action tonight against the Arizona Diamondbacks, and 6:05 is when they start talking about it. We'll join that game at 6:30. Gary Wilson not available this week. He'll be back with us, I believe, on Saturday or Monday. And here's DeVerne now in Bostic with the report from that part of our county. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's Friday.
It is Friday. This is the last one we're going to have this month.
I'm telling you. Over here in Boston, we have a temperature of 76 degrees. We had some rain last night. Fire department had no calls, but there will be some of them at the fire department Saturday. And food boxes are given out again today from 8 to 12 at Washburn's Outreach down behind Washburn Store. Bible school next week starting on Sunday night from 6 to 8 at Aderville Baptist Church. Take your kids out if you can. Whistle Stop Bakery. Don't forget to stop in and get your bakery items for the weekend. And hope everyone has a wonderful day and a good weekend.
Thanks, DeVerne. I hope you do too. Get some rest if you can, and I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Well, it's time now for us to go talk with our friend Bob Hodge over the Hudlow Fire District. He's in that community, wide awake this morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Bob, good morning.
Well, good Friday morning.
How you doing?
We're doing just fine. You're looking great this morning.
Man, yeah, I can tell it. I looked in the mirror and I said, boy, you sure look great this morning.
That's right. You got to pep yourself up a little, don't you?
Then I started laughing out loud.
That's right. But I can see you pretty good through this fog over here this morning. It's a little foggy over here, so. But look like it's lifting a little bit to what it was a little earlier there. And with the fire department, we answered one medical call. And then we set up a landing zone for the helicopter to pick up a medical patient. want to say happy birthday to Jeffrey McMillan and Reed Medlin this morning. And birthdays for Sunday, Andy Walker. And Jim, that's about it up here. Things are running along pretty quiet so far up here this morning.
Well, I hope it stays that way, Bob, and I appreciate you looking after things for us. And you and I, Virginia, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, and you have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you next month.
Okay, that's right. I'll see you, Bob.
All right, bye-bye.
It's 7:30. Let me brag on Hutchins Pest Control a minute. Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service may be the reason they keep getting voted best pest control. If you have a pest problem, call this family-run business at 287-5171. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control and be sure the job is done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171 and they'll be right there. All right, Luis, let's go next over to Cherry Mountain Fire District and talk with Sue Price. Good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
You feeling good today?
I am. Hope you are.
Yes, indeed.
Well, good. Another pretty day out there, but it's going to be another hot one.
Yes.
Everybody be careful. Drink a lot of water and stay cool. Well, let's see. I didn't have any calls from the fire department. Don't have any birthdays on my church calendar for today. On my personal calendar, I've got Hester Gurley and Reverend David and Tina Ledford having a wedding anniversary. And nothing on First Broads for today. No birthdays or anniversaries. And, of course, Esther Gurley and Reverend David and Tina Ledford are on Fairview's calendar, so we hope they'll have a good day today. And we hope anybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a real good day on their special day and enjoy it. And in my announcements, the Fairview Baptist Church is going to be having a singing Sunday night, July 31st, 6:30 p.m., Joshua Ray Hudson, Southern Contemporary Gospel, and everyone is welcome. Refreshments will be served after the singing. And so far, that's the only announcement I have. It's just quiet and calm over here. I'm looking for a good day and a good weekend, and I hope you today will have one, Jim.
Thank you very much. You have a great weekend as well, and keep improving, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherford-ton.
Good morning, Tina White.
Good morning, Jim. What a beautiful day it is.
It is a beautiful day.
It is 71 degrees up here in Shingle Hollow this morning. Sun, well, it comes in and out already. I see a little bit of overcast. We had some showers yesterday, but no thunderstorms. It was just some scattered showers. And we have birthdays today. Dolores Boone and David Judy have birthdays today. And then on my personal calendar, a very important birthday, my mama, Tracy Brackett. So if you know any of these people, tell them happy birthday. And tomorrow, South Mountain Christian Camp, White House Community Center is having a back-to-school bash from 9 to 3. There will be food, inflatables, vendors, and raffles. I've heard homemade ice cream and biscuits. So just head on out tomorrow from 9 to 3 at the White House Community Center. There will also be free back-to-school supplies for the first 40 children that show up. So it's going to be a big day. And that's all I have this morning.
That sounds like fun.
It does.
Well, you
have.
Go ahead.
You have a great day and a good weekend, and I'll talk to you Monday, Jim.
You have a good weekend, too. Get some rest, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. 7:36 on this Friday morning. Thank goodness it's finally Friday Friends Day. It's a reminder tomorrow, counting down till tomorrow, from 1 until 4, WCAB will be on the streets of Forest City celebrating the first anniversary of Foothills Family Hardware. You can enjoy free pizza, cold drinks, and there'll be giveaways all day long, a prize wheel, and super savings throughout today. Something for everyone, and you'll be impressed with this store. If you haven't been in, you should do that. And make plans to come while we're broadcasting. We'll say hello to you. That's 1 to 4 tomorrow at Foothills Family Hardware Store, right downtown, Forest City, right next door to Smith's Drug Store. Now let's head up to Union Mills. Brenda Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this fabulous Friday morning?
I'm happy. It's Friday.
I know you are. You're looking forward to tomorrow.
Getting close to tomorrow. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. You're going to be busy, ain't you?
We love to do these broadcasts live like that.
Yeah.
Just a face to face.
I didn't know they had a hardware store there.
Oh yeah, it's well stocked. You'll find
That's
just
where
about
Cozy
everything.
Police used to be, ain't it?
No, they're up on the corner of Graham Cass. This one's right next to Smith's Drugs on going the other way.
Oh, okay.
I think there's a antique store right beside of it.
Oh, okay. I don't go to Forest City much, but
well, they'd be glad to have you come.
Well, you never know. I just might pop in. You just never know.
They might put up signs. Welcome, Brenda Kelly.
I doubt it. But we hope everybody's having a good day. I've got 68 degrees on the front porch again this morning. I declare, I was looking at it every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and today. It's been 68 degrees when I checked the temperature.
I believe it's hung up, don't you?
Yeah, no, it gets up out of 90-something by afternoon. So it's not hung up. But I don't have any birthdays or any anniversaries, but in ways of announcements, we got Vacation Bible School at Forest City Church of the Nazarene, August the 5th through the 7th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then Friday, August the 5th at Union Mills Learning Center at 6 p.m. They're going to have a hot dog meal, and the cost is $6. And 7 p.m., Jordan River Band from South Carolina will be performing. There's no admission, but they do have a tip jar available for the band. And so far, that's all I got going on. Up here, I don't know of a whole lot. I got some stuff going on later on, but I ain't going to announce it till later because it's on down the road.
Down the road a ways.
Yeah, on down the road a ways.
Down the road a ways.
Yeah, that's it. But
have you ever had a convertible where you've ridden down the highway in a convertible? Oh.
I've never had a convertible. No, but they're pretty. But I have rode in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. But I never preferred a convertible.
Yeah, I was
always scared if I wrecked it. There ain't much between that and the ground, the top of that car and the ground.
That's true. That's true.
So, I didn't care for no convertible.
Yeah.
But they are pretty.
They are nice. I've never had one either.
I remember a Cadillac years ago. I think it was 1951. I thought that was the prettiest car, and it was yellow and black. And I thought that was the prettiest car I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
But that goes way back. But
a few years ago, huh?
Yeah, a few years ago. Yeah.
All right, Brenda, you got big plans for the weekend?
No, not. I'll go to church Sunday, but we got a cookout at church Sunday, so that's good.
That's good.
I got to take potato salad.
You gonna have any pinto beans?
No, I guess we're gonna have hot dogs, hamburgers, and all the trimmings. So.
No fried chicken. That must not be a Baptist church.
Well, no, it's Church of the Nazarene, but there ain't no difference in it and the Baptist. It's the same Bible and the same songs and everything. There might be some chicken because our pastor can't eat red meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a tick that bit him several years back, and ever since then, if he eats red meat, he gets deathly sick.
Really?
Yeah, that was one of the effects of that tick that bit him.
Yeah.
So he can't eat red meat.
Well, preachers love fried chicken, so that'll fit right with him.
Yeah, it will, yeah. But you go check on Luther and see if everything's all right in Ellenborough.
All right, Brenda, you have a good one.
Okay, have a good one. Catch you later.
Hey, folks, Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply is an amazing store. I can say that because they have what you need. From pet supplies to fire and ant killer to horse-quality Timothy alfalfa hay, $14 per bale. Attention carp fishermen, they have C&J flavoring, only $8 per bottle. And they have oats for sale. Refill your propane tanks at the lowest price. Fully stocked with all your deer supplies and a great selection of farm implements. Need mulch? $12 per scoop. We could call it a superstore. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply, 188 Whiteside Road in Rutherford.
Real Estate Insights with Beth Helton coming up this morning, a little after 8 o'clock, right here live from the Blue Room. Here's a question for you. Are you uninsured or have a high deductible plan? Brock Family Care may be the right fit for you and your family. Brock Family Care offers a membership plan of $75 a month, and that includes unlimited visits, 2 sets of complete labs per year, 1 annual physical exam including an EKG, even house calls as appropriate. This seems to be the answer to put an end to complications with medical care and insurance plans. To learn more, call or visit the website at www.brockfamilycare.com. That phone number is 828-382-7282. I recommend them. Now you can call your birthdays and anniversaries in at 287-3356 while I talk with Luther Gilligan in Ellenborough to find out what's going on over there. Good morning, Luther Gilligan.
Good morning, you two. It's a nice day down here this morning. Partly cloudy, but it's a nice day.
Good.
Had a refreshing shower here yesterday afternoon. Got about 3/10 of an inch of rain. I've been looking up this morning. Grass is growing.
Did you get any of that rain overnight? Last night it rained to my house about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I believe it was.
Well, there come a little bit of rain in my house about that time till I heard it, but I didn't look out and check it.
Yep.
But things are quiet this morning. That's going on here this morning. Everybody's just trying to get this last day in. Looking forward to a good weekend. Fire department, they had 2 medical calls yesterday, so they're quiet this morning. So nothing else going on down here, Jim. You have a great day up there. Enjoy the weekend. Be nice to say. We'll talk to you Monday.
Enjoy it. I'll see you next time. Thanks, Luther.
Right, take care.
Bye-bye. Well, you can call your birthdays in now, 287-3356. Birthdays and anniversaries for this 29th day of July. July 29th. This month's running out real fast. 2 more days after this one, it will be rolling over into August. So if you were born on the 29th of July, or married on the 29th of July, or know someone that was, call us and let us share that great news. Meanwhile, think about breakfast this morning and head over to Granny B's. They love to serve breakfast. They do that from about 7 o'clock till 11 o'clock, and boy, do you have a great choice of breakfast meats and pancakes, or maybe you want an omelet. It's a great place to order that. They'll fix it the way you like it. They always keep a good fresh coffee, especially coffee there is for you as well. It's a good place for breakfast or lunch or dinner. Take home with you in the afternoons or in the mornings, and back to work with you in the mornings. Either way you choose to eat it, they'll be glad to serve you at Granny B's. Some of my friends over there run that place. I want you to get to know them. They're right on Main Street in Spindale.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday wishes going out to Matt Lovelace, 24, over in Boston. Want to wish Matt a happy birthday. Other birthdays today include Walter Hunt. He invented safety pin and sewing machine, 1796. Elizabeth Dole, 1936, she was born then. She was a North Carolina senator, married to Robert Dole. Charles Schwab, he was an investor. 1937 was his birthday. 1938, Peter Jennings, news anchor. He died in 2005. 1966, Martina McBride was born. Connie Gilbert and Sherry Sprite. Is that right? Some of the events on this day include the first sugar plantation in Hawaii is established. That was real sweet. 1835. 1899, first motorcycle race held in New York. 1907, Boy Scouts is formed in England. Later comes to the U.S. 1927, first iron lung is installed. 1954, Fellowship of the Ring is published. 1955, Smokey Burgess hits 3 homers to help the Pirates beat the Reds 16-5 on this date. 1955. He was born in 1955. International Tiger Day, National Chicken Wing Day, and National Lasagna Day. Sounds like good eating to me. Now you're up to date on this date in history here on WCAB. Real Estate Insight with Beth Helton. Coming up a little after 8 o'clock this morning. Right now, keys to confident living. Then we're going to take you down memory lane with some classic oldies right here on 100.9 FM, 590 AM WCAB. Lock it in, folks.
100.9 FM and 590 AM. Recommended by 3 out of 4 truck drivers. The 4th one, well, he just stopped off for...
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. Authorities in Kentucky now say at least 15 people have been killed in deadly flash flooding triggered by more than 10 inches of rain that fell in 24 hours in the eastern part of the state.
Kentucky declared a state of emergency as devastating flash flooding washed away buildings and stranded residents.
Got a family trapped in a home, standing on the counters. Water's almost over the counters, and they have there's no way for them to get any higher.
In parts of eastern Kentucky, floods and mudslides destroyed dozens of structures.
Everything's gone, everything is gone.
Some buildings left almost completely submerged.
That's ABC's Andrew Dimbert. The governor says more flooding is possible. Federal government is focusing on Omicron-specific COVID-19 vaccine booster shots, and they've made a major acquisition, says ABC's Aaron Katursky.
The federal government will have 66 million doses of Moderna's newly formulated vaccine by the fall. That's in addition to more than 100 million doses of tweaked vaccine the government has promised to buy from Pfizer. All of them will need to be authorized by the FDA and recommended by the CDC, which is expected in the coming weeks. The Biden administration has opted to wait on recommending booster shots for Americans under 50 until September, when these variant-specific boosters will be ready.
President and local leaders in many areas of the country calling for more monkeypox vaccines. The CDC says there are now nearly 5,000 cases in the U.S. Right now, it's primarily infecting gay and bisexual men. But San Francisco's public health director, Dr. Grant Colfax, says
we are making sure everyone understands that this is a threat to our entire community.
President Biden's poised to sign the CHIPS Act that will boost domestic technology production. Advocates say will make the U.S. more competitive with China. And tonight's Mega Millions jackpot's worth an estimated $1.1 billion. You're listening to ABC News.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile device, desktop, laptop, or desk phone. And because every call is important to your business, Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Dick Morris says Donald Trump is running again. It's all in his new bestseller, The Return. Find out Trump's secret plan for 2024 and his coming big surprise. The Return says Trump faces 3 big threats, including Hillary Clinton. Still, Dick Morris says Trump can win. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year, an Amazon #1 bestseller. Get Dick Morris's The Return, or see the free offer and save $28. Go to thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
An investigation's underway after allegations of a 911 operator literally asleep on the job in Houston.
After dialing 911 for an ambulance and giving his address,
zip code 77009.
The caller waited, eventually hearing. He then talked to a supervisor.
The call taker was asleep. He was snoring on the phone.
Call center manager Joel Laud tells ABC's KTRK-TV that staffing shortages are forcing employees to work overtime.
We're about 35 to 40% down.
The call taker in question faces potential discipline. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
A Hawaii couple's now being held without bail, accused of stealing the identities of 2 Texas children who died decades ago. There are also questions about whether Walter Primrose and Gwen Morrison were spies. He worked for years as a defense contractor, and photos were found in their home of the 2 wearing KGB uniforms. Sprite is going green by ditching green. Coca-Cola, the company behind the brand, says it will get rid of Sprite's signature green-tinted bottles, saying switching to clear plastic bottles will make them much easier to recycle. And some old bones turning into cold cash. The skeleton of the dinosaur that made the western part of North America its hunting ground 76 million years ago, going for $6.1 million. That is the Gorgosaurus. This is ABC News.
I was 53, divorced, and ready to get back out there. I was unsure about dating sites, but I signed up for Silver Singles and quickly met Lily.
Mark and Lily rediscovered the romance they deserve on Silver Singles, the secure dating site for 50-plus singles who know what they want.
Lily's a lover of the great outdoors, like me, and we instantly connected over it.
If you're like Mark and want to rediscover that feeling, sign up today at silversingles.com/love. That's silversingles.com/love.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
Hot and humid once again as we head into our Friday. We're going to see temperatures in the low to mid 90s this afternoon with a few isolated showers and storms. Otherwise, mostly sunny. For tonight, we drop into the upper 70s. We'll see mostly cloudy skies with isolated showers and storms. Saturday is looking fairly unsettled with showers and storms becoming likely, especially into the afternoon, with temperatures in the upper 80s and skies becoming partly to mostly cloudy by our Saturday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Anthony Baglione in the Weather Center.
Right now it's 80. No, it's not. I'm wishing. It's 72 degrees, I guess. 72 degrees and cloudy skies on this Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last Friday we're going to have this month. So get ready for August. It's coming at us with a bang, and hot, humid temperatures also lining up. It's 8:05, and right now I'm going to switch over to another microphone and tell you who I got in the studio with me.
All right, Beth Eldon, good morning. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Welcome back to the Blue Room for Real Estate Insights.
Thank you so much. It's good to be here. Yes, it is. It was really foggy this morning coming over
Was
here.
it?
Yes, it was very foggy.
I had to report some fog different places. It never showed up out here, so.
Yeah, we had some fog from Boston to here.
Really?
Yeah.
Then I know some folks that live in the fog all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
Not mentioning any names.
I'm one of those people that take a residence there from time to time.
What you got on your mind today?
Well, several things. Actually, the first thing, I am really excited. You know, we have a National Association of Realtors, and then you got the North Carolina Realtors Association. Well, we also have a local association of realtors called Foothills Realtors. We call it Frank for short. Foothills Realtors of North Carolina. And we've got a new website. It's bright, it's colorful, it's packed with different things that are helpful to consumers as well as to realtors themselves. And what I'd like for people to do, if they can get on there, it's foothills-realtors.com.
Foothills-realtors.com.
Yeah, and it's realtors. Don't know what a tour is, but we're realtors. We're not realtors. We're realtors. They really throw that into you when you're in class. You're a realtor. Okay.
Realtor.
What is that? So it's foothills-realtors.com. And what I'd like to do is, if there's something that I want people to go to it and see about the different things that are in. We've got linked to like what's available in Rutherford County to do and things like that. So I'd like for people to click on that, see what they think. If there's some links that they think we need to add, to send me an email at beth.helton, that's Helton, beth.helton@gmail.com, and we can get that taken care of. Second thing is I got a phone call this week, and the question was, I know somebody who has a house that they're selling to an investor, and the investor has asked them to put on a new roof and a new HVAC. Would you do it? Well, my first reaction is no, I'm not going to do that. Why am I going to do that? If the HVAC is working like it's supposed to, then it's working like it's supposed to. And if it's not working, then that's a different story. The roof, if it's just old, but it's not leaking, you know, you kind of need to know exactly what's going on there. But when you're getting ready to close and then all of a sudden you're asking for things, it's like, really? No. And what a lot of sellers don't understand or don't realize is when somebody's asking like for a new roof, if you have an inspection report that says the roof has some issues, call your homeowner's insurance, because they'll fix your roof if they think it needs to be fixed. So if you can get it fixed that way, then you're not coming out of pocket anything. HVAC, you're on your own with that. But I'm like, I don't think that I would fix that. Investors typically, and we've talked about this before, to me, an investor is somebody who's going to buy a house, maybe fix it up and to rent it out. A flipper is somebody who's just going to buy a house, slap a coat of paint, maybe put some new countertops, maybe some new flooring, new vanities in the bathroom, and they're wanting to turn it over and flip it, in a couple months. So an investor typically is not going to buy a house that he's going to have to pay full price for. or a high price for. He'd rather buy it cheap, do his fixer-uppers, and then go ahead and rent it out. So I was like, yeah, I need more information, but my gut would say no. But then the second part of that was, they have another problem. I'm like, what in the world? The problem was they're selling their house. They're going to be closing, but the house that they're buying, those people have been in there for like 20, 30 years. And when you've been in one place for a long time, you get a lot of stuff. And so they're like, there's no way that we can be out on the day we're supposed to close. We're going to need at least 5 more days. Well, these people that are selling their house, they're already going to have to stay in a motel until they get to their closing date. So she's like, what do you think they should do? And I'm like, I'm all about options. So, well, option number 1, they can move the closing date if they want to. Option number 2, go ahead and close when you're supposed to, but do a seller possession after closing. So the people that are selling their house will have they'll be able to stay in there after closing for so many days, but they also will have to give you so much money to do that. And that's an agreed upon sum that so in order to recoup some of the money that they're going to have to spend in a motel, they can say, we'll do seller possession after closing for, I don't know, $500. And that will help the person that's trying to buy the house offset some of the money coming out because of the motel and for having to put their stuff in storage until they can get into this house. That seems to be more of an issue these days if we can't have back-to-back closings. I've got a lady now who's going to be buying a house, and she's just listing hers in another city. And they're actually going to be doing all kinds of work. They're going to come in and put granite countertops, new carpet upstairs. I don't know if they're going to paint or anything, but they're going to do yard stuff. They're going to really spruce it up. And they've asked her to move out while they do this. Well, fortunately, she has a place she can go that's not going to cost her anything. But we're trying to fix it so that she can close on that one in the morning and the one she's buying in the afternoon. It's kind of hard to juggle those, but it can be done. But there's a lot of moving parts and pieces to that kind of thing. They've also, I've never asked anybody to move out while we try to sell their house, but it does make it easier because then we can just do what we call a show and go. Whereas when you try to schedule a showing, you immediately get confirmation, yes, you can go, here's the code, knock yourself out. And it's easier to show, you get a lot more showings that way. When you're trying to sell your home and you're living in it, you're constantly having to make sure the laundry's caught up, pick up kids' toys if you got kids, pick up kids' toys, try to keep things straight. You want it to look like it's a magazine. But the reality is you're living in it. So buyers need to also cut the sellers some slack in that, oh man, look at the scrape on this wall, or this paint is just terrible. That's cosmetic, So there's always options. Some people like to do staging. I'm kind of on the fence. In this market, you do not need to stage your home. Staging, if you do it right, staging involves renting furniture. Somebody will come in here and they will tell you what you need and where you need it and how to put it, and they'll bring in plants and all kinds of different things, and it looks great. But I don't really want my seller to have to spend the money. I'm one of these that, let's use what you've got and just make things look bigger. Let's push the furniture to the walls. It makes the room feel bigger. If we need to paint, let's paint it a bright, cheerful, light color. It gives it a bigger appearance. Perception. I mean, this business is perception. And so people need to kind of just understand, sellers especially, there's things that you need to do. I mean, let's face it, a roof is maintenance. That's typical maintenance. If you've got some shingles missing, you need to fix that. If you've got a roof leak, you need to fix that. But you also need to fix the ceiling where the brown stain is from the leak. Because when you walk into a house as a buyer and you see a brown stain on the ceiling, you're like, didn't you say this roof was just a couple years old? Why is there a brown stain here? And 99 times out of 100, it's, well, we just didn't paint over that. When you fix the roof, fix the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to take care of that stuff.
Very good information. I was going to ask you, too, before we finish the program, the folks who flip houses, is a lot of money made in flipping houses?
It
depends.
I hate this answer. It depends. Don't you hate that answer? There's a lot of variables. If you're going to flip a house, you've got to get it at a price point where, and people typically that flip it, they've got people that come in and do work for them. Like they'll have contractors that can come in and knock out a wall or whatever. So they kind of know in their head how much things are going to cost. There is money to be made if you do it right. If you're going to flip a house and you're going to do it yourself, and I'm going to walk in and I'm going to see you've stained a door and it's still sticky after it's been stained for a month, you don't know what you're doing. If I see paint runs on the wall, you're not doing yourself any favors. So if you're going to flip them, yes, you buy it low and sell high, sort of like stock. But yeah, there's money to be made in flips.
Yeah.
But there's more money even right now to be made in rentals because we just don't have them. But we need renters who are going to take care of the rental property, because if they get evicted, then it takes longer for the owner to come in and have to fix. Like if no pets, but these people have got a pet. They snuck one in there. So now you've got scratch marks, on the door frames and stuff like that. But yeah, there's money to be made in flipping. You can do it.
Beth Helton with Real Estate Insights on Friday mornings. Tell everybody where they can reach you.
You can reach me at beth.helton@gmail.com, or you can give me a call at 704-853-9060, or you can reach me on my Facebook page.
Another interesting conversation. We look forward to next Friday.
I'll be here.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
And I'll be back in just a moment.
Turn up the savings, turn up the value, and turn up the fun with BarkMobile's Turn Up the Switch event. Turn up the style with a new Samsung Galaxy A32, free when you make the switch. Or bring your own device and save $100. Plus talk, text, and stream like you want with unlimited data for just $35 a line per month with 2 lines. All on our new 5G network. Mobile made easy just got even easier. Snag the savings at BarkMobile's Turn Up the Switch event today. BarkMobile, mobile made easy. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details or visit mybarkmobile.com/terms and conditions.
Are you tired of waiting for weeks and months to get an appointment with your primary care provider? Or looking for a primary care provider that spends 30 minutes with you instead of just 10? There's one right here in our area. Brock Family Care, located at 289 Shallow Road in Forest City. Brock Family Care provides primary health care and urgent care services for you and your family, as well as coordinate care between hospitals and specialty care. They don't accept insurance, but they have a unique pricing model that should be pleasing to everyone. Check them out at www.brockfamilycare.com or simply call 828-382-7282.
You need an insurance agent you can talk to? Call Insurance Service Associates at 828-245-5301. We want to help you get the best out of your insurance dollar. As a trusted choice independent agent, we shop your coverage with several companies to give you the best value. More companies, better choices, best rate. Come see us at our new office at 245 East Main Street in Forest City, or call us at 828-245-5301.
Smith Drugs of Forest City, we are continue to offer the COVID-19 rapid testing and the COVID-19 vaccinations. Please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591 with any questions or concerns that you may have. You may also visit our website at smithsdrugsfc.com and schedule your COVID rapid 19 test or your vaccination. Again, if you have any questions, please call our pharmacy at 828-245-4591.
Smith's Drugs of Forest City is offering the flu vaccines. You can walk in Monday through Friday or by appointment only on Saturdays. The Dream Station and System 1 CPAP customers, if you need assistance registering your recall devices, you can call the Home Medical Department at 245-4591. And Smith's Drugs has a large selection of in-stock mastectomy bras, now half price. So come by our Home Equipment Department on West Main Street in Forest City. Smith's Drugs, 245-4591.
One interesting note from the Carolina Journal this morning. As of July 27th, the 1973 NC law that laid out a path for felons to regain their voting rights is officially no longer in effect. This change means that around 56,000 felons in the state will now be able to register to vote and could be eligible to participate in the November 2022 midterms. The change applies to felons who have completed active prison time but remain on parole, probation, or post-release supervision. Republican legislative leaders had argued that the NC Constitution itself, not the 1973 law, was ultimately the reason there was not an automatic return of voting rights for released felons. The State Court of Appeals disagreed, however, and ruled on March 28th that felons should be granted the right to vote after they've completed their active prison sentences. The decision was partially stayed on April 26th, allowing post-release felons to vote in November, but blocking their participation in May 17th primaries and July 26th. But as of July 27th, more North Carolina felons become eligible to vote. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Friday morning wake-up call. Glad you've been a part of this morning and this week, and I look forward to seeing you again next Monday. Been another brand new month starting on Monday, August the 1st. We're wrapping this one up on Sunday. So it's been a good, hot July. It will be a good, hot August. And we'll get together again in the Blue Room right here. If you'll leave your radio dial set 100.9 FM, 590 AM. And you can also contact us on our web at www.wcab59.com. If you ever want to re-listen to any of these morning discussions or interviews, you can always go back and refer to listen again on the click there, and it'll go back and you can find it by days. So we look forward to having you a part of our audience for a long time. We thank you for making WCAB your radio station of choice for the foothills. Now here is Sergeant Brandel. He gave us a report from the Sheriff's Department this morning.
Past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office has answered 122 calls, processed 13 arrests, and currently have 189 incarcerated. Under our arrest reports, we have a Burton Little, 46-year-old white male of Ellenborough, served with 1 count of failure to appear on misdemeanor.